We shall.
And after you all had a crab infestation on the ship and dealt with that, you, for the first time, inflated the balloons on the ship and took to the skies, and for several hours you continued making your way following the coastline towards your destination of Ostrung, which is the Dragonborn lands. And as we start the session, you are landed back onto the sea safely. You're sailing normally, and you see the coast on the horizon. You know it's maybe an hour or two, three. You're not 100% sure because none of you are sailed too much in the past, but yeah, you can see. You know it is called the. What did I say it was called? The Port of Gorath is where you're heading. And yeah, we will start off a couple of hours away. You've just woken up from a long rest. One of you obviously would be on guard, I imagine, on watch.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So as you do that, will you just quickly roll me a perception check, please, then, Callum?
Yep.
Thank you.
The game. I see jack shit. It's a 3 plus. I have a 5 in perception. I have 8.
So
Going
yeah,
well.
you don't hear anything. You're concentrating on steering the ship, but then all of a sudden, you feel movement in one of your pockets. It's the same pocket where you've or backpack where you have placed your phoenix egg.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you hear nothing, but suddenly movement, and then little baby phoenix head just pops into your view.
Oh!
I seen that, and then I'm gonna take him out, and I'm gonna keep him in my hands for safety. And then I'm gonna look around for Bogrud just in case he looks at it and thinks it's a snack. So I'm just gonna sort of like keep an eye on him, and I'm gonna stroke his wee head.
And as you do so, you hear little chirps of seem content, and even though the phoenix cannot speak to you, it communicates telepathically. You already feel a bond forming, and what you feel is just that the emotion of happiness and safety as you're holding it. It just seems to be very, very content and happy, sat there just looking up at Bob.
I got a fucking phoenix. Yeah, boy.
And
Yeah. Okay.
so while all that's going on, though, the rest of the party will all be starting to stir and waking up and doing whatever they do in the first thing in the morning, making breakfast or coming up onto deck. And so, yeah, you guys are all just waking up. Bob's at the helm, one hand on the wheel and one hand grailing this tire. I mean, it is very small. We're talking here, just a chicken side. Yeah. It would fit one hand at the moment.
I know he's only young, but like, what I'm gonna do is I trust him enough. I know we've just met, but as you said, we've got this bond, so I feel trust in him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him on my shoulder, and then just sort of keep him there.
Grab on shoulder. I hit it. It's okay.
I literally see that, and I'm like, no. This, everyone, is Elmo.
Elmo.
I love you, Elmo. Sorry, I nearly hit you.
Oh, that is absolutely adorable.
As soon as you say Elmo, though, again, you hear chirps and the flames on its wings just get a little bit bigger as it seems to be very, very happy with the name Elmo.
Ooh, pretty firebird.
That's seriously cute.
Scott sent me a message of a screenshot of the baby phoenix, and hang on, I'll see if I've still got it. I'll send it in because it is really cute, actually.
So cute.
I've got it saved if you want me to put it on as well.
I'm on a boat.
You might need to, actually, yeah. Where is it?
I've just put it in the Evalthon group.
Oh, now we've got it stat block.
So that is sitting on my shoulder right now.
That is just adorable.
Firebird.
Just to let you know that I don't know if you read it, but if Elmo's HP drops to 0, then he will automatically, or she will automatically turn back into an egg. Even if it's in mid-flight, it will take no falling damage.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
But if the egg itself is damaged while the chick's in egg form, then it will no longer be. Yeah. But as long as it doesn't get hit while in egg form.
Does it level up with Callum?
It will level up time-wise. So over so many weeks, it will get a little bit bigger, and
so it's going to be like a Game of Thrones dragon. It's like it's tiny at one point, gets to like puppy size.
Have you watched Harry Potter?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I think I'm working now.
It's going to be bigger than that, surely.
Oh no, yeah. If it gets to full size, then it's. I'm not sure if it's gargantuan a phoenix.
Wow.
Callum, is there any chance you could turn your audio up?
Sure. See if I can.
Can Bogrud roll for omelette?
Bob will bring
It's a spicy omelette.
Yeah. I'm gonna, now that everyone's awake, I'm gonna keep him on my shoulder and then sort of like keep a big pet his wee chin and then walk away from the helm to get him breakfast.
Cool. Who's taking over on the helm? Anybody?
I will.
I'll take it. Oh, no.
I'll fight you. Did Dolian and Sam just have a bit of a rustle for it?
You just see the flames and Dolian's eyes get a tiny bit bigger, but I'm like, no, not now. We like Sam.
But you'll have a couple of hours before you get to the port, so any sort of planning or any ideas you want to do, you have time to discuss that before you get there, unless you've already discussed that separately.
Well, maybe we should come up with a plan. Do we actually know why we're going here?
No, we just kind of went, Dragonborn lands sound cool.
Well, we need to start recruiting allies.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, the Elven lands are locked off to each other, so no point going there. And
well, maybe we should
do we
go
have
next.
Do we have a contact in the Dragonborn lands?
No, we.
Now. Oh. I don't know whether I have it or someone else. Do we have a book, don't we, where we can write to Simeon?
We have
that other order member. Can we write and ask him who our contact is?
Well, if I remember correctly, I think Simeon gave that to Sam.
Cool. Then I will scribble a note to Simeon at the order of that first place we were at that time. Name escapes me. But he's the one who...
Eagle's Nest.
Eagle's Nest, that was it. He's the one who set us off on this. So I'm going to ask him for a list of contacts for the Dragonborn lands and where we can go.
So it's basically a sending spell, but it's 25 words. So if you want to have a rough idea of what you want to ask him,
I will compose something, and everyone else can carry on.
In the ship, is there a crow's nest?
There is, yes.
Can I go up to the crow's nest and then can I take out the book that I've got and start reading through it?
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, you easily climb your way up. If I believe last session you was up there at some point anyway. So you climb up. You find yourself quite familiar there, and Elmo also gets comfortable, kind of rolls over, still on your shoulder, and you see he kind of puts his head under his wing and gets comfortable, and he starts snoring away on your shoulder. And if you want to do me an investigation check, and we'll just see if you notice anything in particular in the book at the moment.
Sure. 16 plus 1.
16 plus 1. So
Yeah.
you do, as you're flicking through this book, and it is a journal from Urug the Black, who Ugrul told you in the outlines was one of the generals of the ancient king. And you're reading through, and it's you're reading about battles that they had against the Bane forces and whatnot. And then you do come across one page which you don't quite understand everything it's saying. It seems to be almost magical, this page you're reading. It's there's more information there than you can get just by reading. You may need some assistance to delve a bit deeper into this, but it does. I mean, Bob has some limited magic, doesn't he? He does.
Yeah.
No,
It has some.
Yeah, this looks like it's written magic rather than obviously nature magic that Bob would be used to tapping into.
If you were to put it down to a language, what would it be?
It's not so much the language you don't understand. It's just more like this. It looks very complex, and it's like say it's almost like it's a. If Bob was to read a wizard spell book, he wouldn't necessarily understand maybe the concepts of how these spells work in written, because it's an inert magic, I think, that Bob has as a ranger, isn't it? So
yeah. Right. Okay.
But you do find something of interest that you feel that you would need to. You would investigate further, yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'll just keep reading while everyone else does other stuff.
Cool.
So I've composed a message to Simeon, and this is what I've put. Hi Simeon, we're off to Ostrom. Can you tell me who our contact is and where to meet them? Tell Butch I said hi.
So
25 words.
As you quill this in the ink onto the page of parchment that he gave you, as you finish writing, you see all the letters start to change colour and then turn almost to dust and starts rising up from the page and kind of disappears into the air above you. And several seconds go by, and then you start seeing writing forming on the parchment, and it's Sam, haven't spoken to you for some time. Glad to know you're safe. Ostrolong? Jasmelia is the order member there. She will find you. And then, as that writing disappears, you see a little bit more writing come back, and it says, "Will do. Shall see Butch later. Take care." And then, after a few seconds, the parchment goes blank again. Oh, I think you muted, Kat.
I'm going to draw a smiley face and a little heart. Written emojis.
I've came down from the crow's nest now.
Cool.
I'm just chilling on the bow of the boat.
I'm swimming.
Greg, what?
I'm just swimming.
We're flying.
No, we're not.
No, we're back in the
We're
water.
back in the water. Did I miss that?
I would say, with the sails down, the ship would be traveling a lot faster than Greg would be able to swim, so you would be getting left behind.
I have tied my rope to the boat to a bit of plastic, and I've made myself some skis, and I'm skiing along behind the boat.
Lovely jubbly. Do me an acrobatics check just to see if you can stay on your feet, please.
It's the fact that we're all like, yeah, that's a thing that Greg would do.
I was going to actually say he tied a bit of rope to the boat, and then he's on like the life craft boat.
Yeah.
He's on that sunbathing.
No, 16. No, Greg seems like he's done this before. You see him water skiing with ease. He looks like a natural.
I'm holding on, the wind blowing in my face. I'm like, ah!
What a beautiful idiot.
Yep.
If we have time, can I like with my bow? I'm just gonna practice with my bow and arrow, and then I'm gonna do the thing the guy does in what's it called? Arrow, where he's got like a bouncy ball and he throws up in the air and then he fires the bow at the ball to see if he catches it or not.
Yeah, we'll say instead of a bouncy ball, because I don't think you have it, but you've got an apple or something like that, and yeah. If you want to roll an attack with your bow and arrow to see how well you hit it.
Sure. 15 plus 7.
So yeah, you throw the apple up, and as you release your arrow, it goes straight through the center of the apple and pins it to the wall.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna look at Dolian because like I know he's got a bow, and I know he's pulled me up before with my bow skills. So I'm gonna look at Dolian and be like, "Yep," and then take a seat, and then sort of.
Oh, you're challenging, boy. Coming for the tail. Oh, that's fine. So I'm going to do it exactly the same as Bob did, but I'm going to use 2 apples.
Yeah.
And just try and pierce both of them.
Go for it.
Just a normal attack?
Just roll a normal attack, yeah.
Might need to jump away 2 seconds, Bob, to hear this, so carry on.
So yeah, this time Dolian throws up 2 apples and fires Stormcaller. And as he does, again, you hear the loud crack of thunder, the bright light of lightning as it hits both apples. They don't pierce, they explode with the lightning force that hits it. But you also notice, as your arrow or energy bolt hits the side of the ship, it seems to do a reasonable amount of damage, and the ship does seem as if the wooden boards are catching fire with the lightning damage that you've just done to it. So there's a small fire.
Yeah. Well,
everlasting water. I'm going to run over to the fire with my everlasting water jug.
I'll literally look at Dolly and go, you always have to take it too far. Hey, I'll be 2 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Greg is now on one leg.
Acrobatics roll because I was taking a drink from my jug, some whiskey. I just went to see I thought I was at a disadvantage because I'd be one I'm still an 18.
So if Graham didn't hear, then Graham, everybody's just woken up in the morning, found Bob's got his baby phoenix, and you've got a couple of hours before you should hit the port town of Goath.
Okay.
So
I would like to try and repair the damage I've made.
Yeah, well, with Sam rushing over straight away and putting that out, that's fine. But you also notice, as Sam runs over to do that, the ship starts veering off as nobody is now at the helm. And you seem to be moving closer to the coast. So I will need another check from Greg. So if you want to do another acrobatics just to see if with this change of... So... You managed to hold on to the rope still, it's tied on, but you fall face first into the face plant straight into the sea.
The rope is tied around my hands as well. So
the
water, I just get dragged along by the boat.
But you're getting dragged along now, head underwater, maybe struggling a little bit after nobody's at the helm.
I'm going to see this. I'm going to just run straight for the wheel.
Yeah, if somebody runs straight over there, you're able to again put it back onto course. But yeah, nobody, unless anyone's watching, which I'm guessing Sam, Dolly,
I'm busy.
Greg won't have noticed. I mean, Bob wouldn't have noticed that now. Greg is being dragged by his hand behind the ship.
Does anyone know where Greg is at this point? Let's be honest.
No,
probably not. Not unless you heard me. Give me that day as I jumped off the back.
I'm going to say no because that's probably on the other end of the boat. Yeah.
Where's Bogrud?
I need to pull myself back up, like just up the rope.
What, like up?
Well, I've lost my skis.
Oh, what, up onto your heels?
No, I've lost my skis. I'd just be pulling the rope to pull myself back to the boat.
Do us a quick strength check then, just to see whether or not you're able to pull yourself out of the water.
How's your strength so low?
Nope, I'm still there.
No, you're still being dragged behind, struggling to get a grip because it's so wet and your head's underwater for like a few seconds.
I'm just going to try and turn over and just try and lay on it and just embrace it.
Yeah.
And just embrace it.
Greg turns around onto his back and just, with his hands above his head, just being dragged.
Yeah.
Like a little
problem. Is Bogrud wanting to do anything in particular?
No, not really anything that I can do with just a couple of hours, and everybody that I would have required is busy either half drowning or sending love notes to somebody else.
No, I've already sent that. I'm putting out a fire now.
Bogrud is in his cabin doing things that nobody needs to know about.
Cool.
Okay, that's
definitely. So, lads, you see Bogrud this morning?
Not those kinds of things. Other secret things that nobody else needs to know about.
Yet.
That doesn't sound too ominous or disturbing.
It definitely shouldn't.
How is it when you're not a DM, you're still ominous?
Just raw talent.
It's a gift.
Is that what you said to that gnome? Oh.
Ooh.
I'm just killing conversations tonight.
But no, if Bogwood's happy doing what Bogwood's doing, then yeah,
you know what Bogrud.
I know what Bogwood's doing, yeah. But you were all gonna say slowly. You see the coast coming up, and as you get closer, you do see a number of vessels. Some that are anchored out at sea, some that are leaving port. You've seen while you've been there a couple of ships entering the port. It seems to be a hive of activity, very, very busy.
Do we have the skill to sail it into port?
Yeah, you all
we have
how to do all the sailing bits.
Can I retcon and say that, you know, when I was down doing all my sewing of clothes and stuff, I have a really colourful flag?
Yes. What, you made a flag for the ship?
Yeah, like a rainbow flag or something. Something very, very, very colourful.
Yeah. You would have been able to make a flag, yes.
Tie-dye flag. But no, just sewing all stuff together.
I'm guessing he's already put that up top of the mast and it's blowing away and flapping in the air. In the wind.
That when he was up there.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
What's that?
I was thinking just saying that Bob probably would have done that when he was up there, if that's okay.
Ah. Yeah.
What would Bob have done? Put
a flag up.
Yeah.
Greg's made
a flag for the boat.
It's like tie-dye, but colourful.
I was like, I need to know what this flag looks like.
I do too.
It's a phoenix.
You need to tie-dye something.
I'll get on it.
Has anyone seen Community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like that flag? It's like a circle with a nice star in the middle. So it looks like an anus.
Looks like a butt.
Yes. But colourful.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to Greg what he's made, and I wouldn't be surprised if Greg was to make something innocent that looks like a bumhole.
Or is it tie-dyed and pretty?
No, we'll go with that one.
But yeah, so again, you see the bustling port, and you get closer, and you see there's a place for you to moor up. And as you get closer, you follow the instructions that you were given when you were taught how to sail this ship, and you are able to moor up, and you arrive safely at this dock. Which means we will move to this map.
Oh, it's a map.
Some pretty boats, man. Some pretty boats here.
Boats and hoes.
All about the boats and hoes there, Bob. It's a very narrow harbour we're coming into.
Some weird looking.
This is just one part of it. It's a huge. It looks very busy. As I say, there are dozens of ships moored up here, but this is just where you are mooring up.
It looks very tropical. Like the water looks very clear.
Well, you do notice that it's very warm here, and the air seems to be very dry. You do notice sort of palm trees and
Tropical.
not so much tropical.
Bob
Deserty?
adjusts to the Bob
Maybe.
adjusts to the weather, and he rolls up his sleeves.
Sam goes and gets changed into his summer gear.
Did you see the desserts there, Sam? Desserts? Yeah. I
Yeah.
can go some ice.
Well, let's go and see if we can find somewhere when we get off this ship. Who are
Before,
all these people around?
Before Sam gets off the ship, I'm going to ask him just before he leaves. You said the contact would find us.
Yes.
Okay. Did they specify how?
No.
Mm.
Didn't ask
Okay.
that. There was only 25 mess. I'm sure we're famous. They'll make themselves known.
We're not. Are we famous down here though? We have to go to a tavern and keep a low profile, and you know.
I hear Dolly say low profile, and I look at Bogrud and Greg, and I'm like, yeah, ain't gonna happen.
They'll behave themselves when they need to.
Famous or infamous? Bit of both.
The right level of both.
let's just try and
I've just
stay.
put in the group chat what the flag says. It says ship at the top and at the bottom.
Let's try and keep a low profile just now, shall we?
Amazing. Well, we can try. Sam looks up at the flag. We can try.
I'm gonna turn to Elmo on my shoulder and just say, "You get used to this." By the way.
No, you don't.
Harry!
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 How you doing?
He can't hear us, Ali. He's not wearing headphones.
Okay.
Harry! Can you...
It's worth a shot, Scott.
God, you'll hurt me now.
Can you hear me now?
hang on.
Oh, bless him.
Backwards, yeah.
Mine just appeared at the door to deliver me a chocolate orange, but she did not want to say hello. She was like, no.
He's pointing at my face on the screen, going, "It's a daddy."
Oh.
Just hold it up.
Just tell him you're famous. You're on TV.
Aww.
This is from Angela.
Oh.
Hi, Harry!
Backwards, like. But
leave me dice alone.
I'm gonna take one of my flatmates, see if they can come and say hi. Get me a beer at the same time.
Head and dice are not a great combination, I have to say.
We'll buy you some dice for your birthday, Harry.
Ooh.
Big inflatable ones, maybe.
It's my birthday soon.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, my birthday on the 20th.
Oh!
Is that a D&D day?
20th. It is not. It is a Sunday.
Yeah.
We can make
Yeah.
it a D&D day.
I don't know. I want some more cookies so we make swing past.
Yeah?
Isn't every day a D&D day?
I wish.
I
I
wish.
wish.
I get paid for playing
It is for
D&D.
me.
I would.
If I'm not playing, I'm planning or writing and
Exactly.
plotting.
Yeah.
Why do I have so many people's birthdays in my calendar?
Question.
Answer.
Yes.
Do shrinking potions stack?
No.
And then shrink to tiny? Can you buy a potion that will make you tiny?
Potions don't stack. I mean, if you was to cast an enlarge, reduce spell to reduce, and then do a potion, they would stack. But I would say 2 potions wouldn't stack.
Damn it.
As you arrive at the dock, though, you will see very, very busy, active dock. You see many different dragonborn of different colours, blue, yellow, and red scales, all working, carrying crates and going about all their business. And there's one in particular who seems to be stood with an aura of authority around him. And he seems to be walking towards where you are more up.
Can I immediately punch him in the face?
You could try to.
I want to stroke all the pretty dragon scales.
I'm not really going to.
I want to get back on the boat.
I just want to randomly run my finger down the sides of them walking past them. So pretty colours.
Well, I said the one there is he looks like a very large, powerful, red-scaled dragonborn, and he has quite a stern look on his face.
Who's shit in your kettle, lad?
And as you say,
Oh God!
I imagine you have papers. Who are you? And can I ask what business you have here?
So tempted to make a joke about skinning up then. It's like, yeah,
I will pull out the letters from the Baron that I've got, which is absolutely no use yet, but it's papers. It gives me discount in shops and stuff. I'm going to pull that out and go, I have papers and I don't know why we're here.
He takes the papers and he starts looking in. Very strange. You have a letter here from the Baron of Allaby, but yeah, this ship, if I'm not mistaken, looks of gnomish design.
It is.
We just
help many different places.
As you know, the gnomes are the best tinkerers.
We come to help you.
We get around.
Bob's going to step forward and say, "We have just came from the gnome lands. They built us this great ship, and he's then going to how to do. Oh wait, no, I've not got any papers. Has Sam not got the papers?
Well, he's asking for papers for like merchant papers that ships would have. He will then ask, "What can I ask? What cargo are you carrying?"
I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Not.
Weird peoples. Weird orcs.
Put on the charm and just say, we're tourists, my friend. We're travelling around, seeing this wonderful world of ours. We don't have any cargo other than ourselves.
So, yeah, we have a bard in the group. Why are we not letting them do the talking?
Because you guys are random as shit and it's entertaining.
So, shall I take it you're here to buy rather than sell any goods?
Well, it depends on what you're selling, my friend.
Well, as you see, business is good. Yeah.
Can I check, just while this conversation's going on, can I check the docks to see if I see anyone looking at us or like looking at the ship in any shady, dodgy way?
You certainly can. If you want to roll me a perception or investigation or whichever, just anything you want to. Tell me what you want to roll for.
I'll roll perception because that's
yeah.
12 plus 5, 17.
So you don't notice anybody watching in any sort of shady way. You do see people kind of watching this Dragonborn speaking to you, but you do notice that this place, it does feel strange. Everywhere else you've been so far seems to have been in some kind of turmoil or distress, but this place seems to be normal. Everything seems to be as you'd expect. It's busy and plenty of people working, and it's the first time since the Bogrud, Greg, and Sam were offered to help. I know it's a great story. Offered to help at Moowall. This is the first time you would have seen what you would consider to be normal activity, and it does feel strange.
Can I put my hand on the Baron's shoulder? I'm like, so what you selling? I have money I here to buy.
Greg, no, not right now.
As soon as you do, he takes his hand and, "Do not touch me. And I am not the Baron here. I am the dockmaster. I am in charge of making sure these docks are all working fine and everything is."
Can I sneak away while this conversation's going on? Sorry.
You can try to. You can try to if you wish.
Can I lasso him with my hemp rope?
Wait, me or who?
You.
You can try.
Oh, I love the trying.
So if that's what Dolian does, then your stealth check will now be at disadvantage because you're trying to sneak away and everyone will see Dolian trying to lasso you.
All I was going to say was, can I roll like a dexterity throw to see if I get out of the rope and then roll a stealth check, or do I just to do a disadvantaged stealth check?
Well, no, because you're trying to sneak away, so Dolly's doing this while you're concentrating on something else, I would say.
Cool, right, I'll do it at disadvantage. So the first one was a 15, and the other one was a 13, so 13 plus 7. 20.
Cool. So that does beat his perception, so he doesn't notice you going away at the moment, but then Dolly, and if you want to roll your attempt to catch him, which again would be a dex-based thing, you're aiming to try and get him.
Just do dexterity.
Yeah, just a straight dexterity. And
I was going to chance myself in the sleight of hand, but okay.
Oh, do sleight of hand if you wish, then, yeah?
No, because it's a bit... Oh.
No, it's fine.
Sleight of hand.
Hey.
Where the hell are you going, boy? Get your ass back here.
So somehow Bob kind of sneaks to the back of the group and hiding behind Bogrud and Greg, who are a little bit larger than him, and you start thinking you're making good progress and start to move away, but just as you think you're about to get out of sight, suddenly you feel a lasso round your waist over your head and you can't move any further, and then you hear the Dogmaster say, "What are you doing, you sneaky half-elf?"
Can I, at this point, just try and use my persuasion to distract his attention somewhere else by asking him about his wonderful docks? They seem so well organised. How much will it cost to dock our ship here? What services can we procure from you? Just trying to steer from the chaos.
I was going to say,
I'm just going to start walking off to the nearest little stall and having a nosy around the stalls, see what they're selling.
As Greg and Kat are doing that, then I'm going to turn to Dolly and be like, "There's no point us standing around here. We're not going to get anything done. So you help me or get out of my way."
I'll come with
Silence! You hear him shouts to you all.
Shut the fuck up!
As you say that, he whacks a staff on the floor, and you see 3 other Dragonborns moving towards him.
Hey lads, I think there's been a bit of a misunderstanding here.
I was going to try and talk our way out of this, you idiots.
Let me out of this rope right
I'll
now.
just put you all on the map on here.
Fine, Bob, fine. But next time you're sneaking off, bring me with you. Tell me what you're doing.
Well then, notice what I'm doing and then follow.
We're a team. We don't do solo missions anymore. You see where that got us before.
So I'm now just standing in rage, standing next to the group.
Second.
Oh,
Which
really?
one is the portmaster? Is it the grey looking one?
He's the one who stood at the front there, right in front of Sam, and you see again the stern and angry look on his face. And
Can I use persuasion to try and calm him down?
you can definitely try to if you wish.
I'm just going to apologise and say sorry, Doctor.
Oh God.
Sam's made it worse.
Yeah. So he will say, I am no longer going to listen to your words. I was going to welcome you here, but you have shown nothing but utter disrespect.
Takes 2 to tango there, mate.
And he will look at Dolly again, and he will say, "You speak again." And then maybe the last words you say.
Before Dolan even opens his mouth, I literally grab him by the mouth and shut up.
Something that I never thought I would ever have to say. Bogrud's going to try and do the talking now. I'm going to waste my per day use of my dragon form to sort of sprout a pair of wings. Much past the rest.
Yeah, I mean, you do that, and you do see all the Dragonborn that are walking towards you kind of stop and kind of be a little bit confused. They're not quite sure. They've never seen an orc with dragonic features. And as they see that, he will say, "Seems like you may be the smartest one here, looking at your wings there, sir."
Now I just need to try and think of what he would say.
Only just in the background.
I'll push past the others to the front.
Yeah.
And apologise on their behalf to the dockmaster. Explain that we're not here for threatening or nefarious purposes, and that we are sort of investigating recent disturbances and goings on involving the Bane, Balthazar Bane person, and that we're trying to just, we're checking on all of the realms because a couple of the ones we've been to have been like under siege or beset in some way.
So, if you want to roll me I'm guessing this will be a persuasion rather than a. It's not obviously you're not being deceitful here, so
I have advantage on deception.
You seem to be telling the truth. I mean, if you want to,
I am telling the truth. Yeah. Right, let's have a roll.
Come on.
That is what have I got in persuasion? I have no bonuses, so I rolled a 14. Is that sufficient?
14 will start to calm the situation down. But I would like all of you to roll me a perception check quickly, please.
Cool.
I'm still not perceptive.
Ooh.
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Yeah. You can.
Was that the natural one?
Maybe. I swapped that for a 9.
Yeah.
16 plus 5.
So, Dolian and Greg, Bogwood, you don't notice anything. Bogwood's busy talking, but Sam and Bob, you notice that as Bogwood mentioned the name Bane, you see sort of almost a flash of acknowledgement on this Dragonborn's face, which, considering most people you've mentioned this name to greet it with nothing but ignorance, they have no idea what it is. It does seem a little bit bizarre that.
Interesting.
But after Bogwood says that, he'll say, "Finally, somebody who will speak with respect, and not just insults. I understand you may be at sea for a long time, but please remember where you are. Bane? This name means nothing. I do not know Bane. I do not know about disturbances of which you speak. As you see, Ostrong is prospering. It has been prospering for decades. We are going through a golden period in our time."
Insight check. Yeah, I want to do an insight check.
Yeah. If you want to do it, anyone want to do an insight check, so.
Ooh.
While he's chattering on, can I just turn around to him and say, "Excuse me, would you mind ever so much if I please go to your stalls and have a look around?"
So, yeah.
I got a 15 plus 2 in my insight.
Yeah. So Bob already knew that, felt like he had an idea of who Bane was. So you definitely know he seems to be telling porkies. Bogwood as well, with his experience as a gladiator and weighing people up, would also believe that some of the things he's saying is untruthful. Sam, again, you would pick up that something doesn't ring true with what he's saying. You don't quite believe what he's saying. Dolian, you believe him. You have no reason to doubt him at the minute. You believe that this is just a golden period for the Dragonborns in this part of the world. And but yeah, the rest of you do notice though that it doesn't feel. There's something inside you is telling you he's not telling you everything he knows.
Something inside so strong.
I just had that going through my head as well.
But cool. But no, what as you say that, Greg, he will say it costs 25 gold a day to moor here.
A day! A day!
How many ships did you see leaving and entering and out of this? If you want to be here, I mean, how long are you planning on staying?
1 day.
I don't know, mate.
We want to do some shopping. 1 day.
25 gold to more for the day, and
Greg's going to step forward and kind of shrug his shoulders as if to say, I've got this.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
God.
I'm gonna turn to Sam and Dolian and say to the two of them, listen, we could pay for the day, find a tavern, hide in that, and then skedaddle when we need to.
But that boat's far too valuable to leave to them to impound.
Shall I try and negotiate?
Greg's already up there trying.
No. Shall I stop Greg and try and negotiate? That's what
Maybe
I'm going to
help.
try and do. I'm going to go and point and say to Greg, there's a stall over there with something really, really shiny on it.
Can I just go running off to the stall?
yeah, he will say, as long as you settle the payment, we welcome you. Please,
They said,
you will,
Oh, wait, hold on.
you will find anything you want.
I'm saying this.
I'm
to
just going to run off to that stall.
Is it 25 each or 25 altogether?
For the ship,
Ah.
to moor the ship, it'll cost you 25 gold for the ship to stay here in the port.
That's fine.
Can I try
thought you
and
meant
persuade to see
individually.
if I can get a discount?
You can do it. I just want to ask one quick question to Callum / Bob. Where's Elmo at the moment?
Still on my shoulder.
Still on your shoulder. No problem then. So if you want to just roll me a quick perception check.
Hey,
Yeah. Just to see.
10 plus 5, 15.
You do notice that this Dragonborn does occasionally just glance over at the phoenix on your shoulder. You notice him noticing it.
Knowing me, knowing. I put my hand. I'm not like not in a threatening way, but in a just sort of like okay, acknowledge, and then I'm gonna put my hand on my sword.
Yeah. He's just looking. He's not acting aggressively towards it. He just seems to be noticing there's a phoenix on your shoulder.
Cool.
That's been the time. But yes, so Sam steps forward and wants to try to negotiate a lower price.
Yeah. What is with these persuasion rolls?
Yeah, well,
I've got a +6.
You don't let me battle with him.
I was gonna say we have a bard that can't do it.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Sam steps forward and tries to negotiate, and you
a
hear
little bit intimidated.
Stern, solid face, and he's just like, the price is the same for everyone. Pay and stay with our welcome, or take your leave.
I'll cough up. I'll cough up 2 days.
So you pass him over 50 gold coins. You see him pass it to one of the guys behind him. He turns and nods, and as he does, you see them all just start making their way again, leaving space for you to go. And he will say, will you be sleeping on your ship, or will you be looking for lodgings?
That's a good
We haven't
question.
decided that just yet.
Is that an offer or a proposition?
No, it's just so we know what to expect on my dock, sir.
Do you have anywhere that you'd recommend?
I would say Ostrog has the finest taverns. You will find all of them highly satisfactory.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
And yeah, they all step aside, and he will allow you entry into Gorath.
So we do that.
I'm eyeballing the Dragonborn as we're walking by because of the whole Elmo situation.
He doesn't look away. He's, again, stern look on his face. He has an aura of authority. You feel that all the other Dragonborn here kind of would do anything he commands, and there does seem to be quite a number of them scattered around. So
cool.
He looks quite proud. And
can you tell me what he's wearing? Like, I'm talking like coin purses. What he's wearing in general? Anything valuable?
Well, he looks very, very well dressed. You see, he's got a breastplate on. He has fine cape and fine. But he looks very, very finely dressed.
He has breastplate on and a great axe.
But Alistair's really, 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 really wanted to do this.
Oh God!
Come on, look, we've got things to explore and things to do.
Yes,
Come on.
Okay, fine, Sam. Fine.
It's been an hour. We've got off the boat.
I am sorry. I'm taking. Yeah.
There's taverns.
So we go to a tavern.
We make our way further downtown. Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
What sort of stalls are they all? Just
Well,
like little market?
It is, like I say, it seems like just a busy town. There's not so much stalls on the dock because it seems like a working dock, but as you leave the dock, you find yourself here. There seems to be shops busy. You can smell like freshly baked bread. You can hear the clang of iron on iron as people working, blacksmiths working, and leather workers. Everything. You see people making nets for fishing. It just seems very, very busy.
I feel like I should point out, just because I can, at this precise moment in time, Bogrud is just flying around, but like a foot off the ground.
Hovering.
Yeah.
Because I may as well make use of the wings since I've sprouted them, and that's the only time I get to do it.
I was going to say, you can only do it once a day, can't you?
Once per day for an hour. Yeah.
That's not what she said.
Hey.
So, how many people are distracted by Bogrud?
Not as many as you would expect. I mean, there seems to be all Dragonborn here. That you don't notice any other races. It seems to be all Dragonborn. So seeing a thing with dragon wings flying around wouldn't be as unusual as it would be in any other part of the world.
That's fine.
While I'm shopping about, can I buy not so much a disguise, but some like dragonish items to make me fit in a little bit better, make me blend in a little bit more? Like dragon scale coat or something like that.
You wouldn't be able to find a dragon scale coat because that would be like going into a human shop and asking for a human skin coat.
They do them things. They're called morph outfits. You know what I mean? Just like something that's going to make me blend in a little bit more.
Do you know what a dragon onesie is?
You would be able to find like clothing that you see the locals wearing in shops, and you would be able to get an outfit that would blend in.
Yeah, I want that, and I've sent you a message as well.
Okay.
I can just imagine Greg dressed up as Toothless.
I'm gonna nudge Bogrud and Sam and be like, "Do you fancy a pint?"
Yep.
Big man.
Yeah. Bogrud always fancies a pint. Yeah.
Cool. So we will try and find the local tavern as well.
Yeah, as you're wandering around, you'd be able to find the second thing, Angela, quite easily.
That's fine. The first idea if there's anything at all out there.
It's not the sort of thing you would find easily. It'd be sort of thing you'd have to ask and search around for.
Yeah, that's
anything like that. But no, but as you walk around, you can smell the like the cooking of meats and everything, and you do find yourself a inn. Doesn't seem to be overly busy, but you do find yourself, and everybody else. It seems to be everybody working hard, and it doesn't seem that many people are socializing at the minute. It seems like a very efficient sort of way of working at the minute. Everybody's doing their jobs and working hard. There's 3 or 4 people will be in an inn tavern, but they just seem to be having a bite to eat and having a quick drink.
What time of day is it?
You got here. Well, you woke up and it was about 2 or 3 hours. So I would say you're talking at 11 o'clock ish after the chat with the dockmaster.
Cool.
This is like lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. It'll be an early lunch. Yeah.
So let's go into one of these places and get something to eat. Let's see what's going on.
Get the lay of the land before we create chaos.
I've stuck my hood up and I've put Elmo inside the hood That way nobody can really see him.
Okay. As you do that, you do feel the heat kind of disappear as you can feel Elmo notice that if her flames were flickering, it would set fire to your cloak. So it kind of dampens down its flames and sits there comfortably, still on your shoulder or just inside the hood.
Elmo's the cutest.
I'm going to take crumbs from my rations.
Oh.
What do phoenixes eat?
I'm feeding it bits of dry rice and bread and stuff. Like dry rice.
Yeah.
You mean the sort of things that are rumoured to kill pigeons?
Wait, what?
Do you feel that's a Greg thing? Accident. So, tavern. Is it a posh tavern or a divey tavern or a one in the middle?
It looks like the rest of the place you've seen so far. Clean, tidy. Everything seems to be in its place and just very organised. It looks like a nice tavern.
So
Bogrud would like to walk into the middle of the tavern and just shout Balthazar Bane and see if anybody reacts.
That's one way to announce yourself.
I was gonna say, like, is it like a all bar one or a Witherspoons? But yeah, sure, big man's went and done that.
that is what Bogrud would like to do.
Look, if it's a Weatherspoons, I've seen worse happen. So
Bogrud has sneaking suspicions that this town is not what it seems to be. So he just wants to see if anybody looks either shifty or afraid or what, because things just seem to be going too well.
I'm shifty.
As you shout that, you see one or two people lift their heads up from their meals, kind of look, and then get back to their food, and you don't see anybody actively like react in any sort of way. They just kind of hear somebody shout something and just get back on their business. You don't shout any of their names, so they don't seem to take much notice.
I'm going to put my hand on Bogrud's shoulder and just say, remember when we said we were going to try and be discreet?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Yep. And then I'm just going to sort of like guide him towards a chair, sit him down. I'm like, can we get a ale, please?
Yeah, so as you go up to the bar, you see a large, again, red scaled. You do seem to notice that everybody who seems to have like any shops or anything, they all seem to be the red scaled Dragonborn, and he says, morning. I'm Rocklam. How can I help you? Yeah, Rocklam.
Awesome.
Kind of like rock, but with lem on the end. Rocklam.
Rocklam, Socklam, Roblox.
Can I get a whiskey for me? The biggest cup you can get of ale for the big man. I'm going to guess the rest of the orders. I would say Sam's a fine wine.
or a beer.
Okay.
Depends on the clientele and who he's trying to blend in with.
Bogrud will swap his massive ale for Sam's wine.
Yeah. I love that. You put it down and we both just like swap.
Really need to know
Bogrud there with a nice Merlot.
I'm going to look at Dorian and say he'll have a whiskey, and then I'm going to look at Greg and just sort of be like, just
Shrug.
get me a wine, a beer, and a cider, and then we'll just see what it does.
Just mix it together.
So that'll be
What's that, a snake bite on crack?
that'll be 2 gold pieces. Can I trust you to do any food?
Just a breakfast, please.
Breakfast finished at 10:30.
Oh.
Is it curry club?
What?
No.
Your special party.
I'll bring you a selection of dishes if you wish. A sort of a taster of the menu.
That's fine. But do you know what? We want them
Charcuterie.
red hot on the outside and stone cold in the middle.
God damn, dude. God damn.
Do what I can. So yeah, he's got three gold pieces with the food, if that's okay, sir.
And then I'll give him that olive.
Yeah, and we'll bring it across to the table. Couple of minutes.
What's the clientele look like in here?
Again, all Dragonborn. You see a couple of blue ones, two blue Dragonborn sat together, and you see a yellow and a red Dragonborn sat at another table. But that's about it. It's fairly empty at the minute.
Just before I leave the bar, sorry, I'm just going to turn to the bartender and just say to him, so that name the big guy shouted, you don't happen to know it? And I want to roll an insight check to his answer to see if he is talking shit or not.
Yeah, so he will say, no, don't think I've ever met the guy.
And can I roll an insight check?
You can.
Asking if you met him.
12 plus 2.
So yeah, you believe that he's telling the truth. He has never met the guy.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of him?
And I'd say I have. I just work in the inn. I serve the drinks and make the food. I don't.
So he can't say that he has, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't.
But yeah, he will say he's not aware of any Balthazar Bane.
Okay.
Have the drinks made it to the table yet?
No, as Bob walks away, it'll take just a minute or two, and you hear the clattering of pans and the swirls of drinks being poured. And a few minutes later, the barman himself will walk across with a tray of drinks on one hand and a tray of different meats and breads and a pie and whatnot, and the other hand and puts on the table. And please enjoy.
I'm going to roll up 3 straws and stick one in each drink, like 3 bits of paper to make straws. Stick one in each drink and drink all 3 at the same time.
And can I get a Constitution saving throw from Greg then, just to see how well he can handle this?
Wow.
Greg's been drinking a lot from that endless jug that he's got. That alchemy jug.
So yeah, he looks, he takes it well. He takes it, doesn't touch the sides, and he still seems pretty normal. It doesn't seem to be affected one bit.
And you got your message, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that a success?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit there looking really, really proud of myself and looking at everybody conspicuously.
Can I ask the barman if he's adverse to would he like a song or anything? See if we can cheer these clientele up, see if we can get some more people in here.
It's not even midday yet. This place doesn't normally get busy till the evening. Everyone's at work. I don't think that however lovely a song is going to be, people are going to stop working and come in and start drinking before midday. I mean, you've got to have some sort of problem to be drinking before lunch, surely.
Looks down at a massive tankard of beer of ale and just goes.
As you look down,
yeah, you
notice something shiny on one of your wrists.
Ooh. I want to investigate it.
It seems to be just a band around your wrist that you've never seen before.
Can all of us see it, or is it just...
is it just me, or can I look at everyone else?
As you look across, everybody seems to have a shiny bracelet on their wrist.
I want to try and take it off.
Wait, sorry. Do we all now know that we've got one of these?
Yeah. Chuckling at the end of the table. I make you all pretty friendship bracelet. I think God would not accept, so I just put on you.
The sword was going to get drawn for 2 seconds here.
You had me worried
everybody's
there.
passive perception, so that's why I didn't ask anyone to roll for it.
I thought that was... Yeah. Sorry, Kat.
I was saying to say the same thing. Think along the same lines. I thought that was some kind of mind control device, or that's some kind of mind control device or something. I like it though. It's very stylish.
The man at the shop said it was very, very, very special. So I bought 5.
Can I check and make sure it's not going to give me some kind of rash?
He's not silver plated.
Yeah, can I take it
Um,
off?
Can I roll for skin conditions?
They are very, very pretty, very colourful little, them little friendship bracelets that you used to see kids going about with.
Can I check to see if it's cursed? Because this is Greg.
Is it
I
green
don't trust a
already?
damn thing Greg does.
As you all investigate it, you can all look, and it does just look like a well-made bracelet. It looks perfectly normal, just a high-quality little trinket. Not overly expensive, but just a well-made bracelet on each of you. There's no markings to make you believe anything. You're having no reactions to the skin. Everything seems normal. You're just wearing a friendship bracelet.
Then I will treasure it always. Thank you, Greg.
I'm going to stand up from the table and I'm going to take Elmo off my shoulder and give him a wee on the head, and then I'm going to pass it to Sam. I'm just going to say to Sam, going to look after him for like a couple of minutes, and then I'm just going to go outside and can I climb the roof?
You can do, but what I would say is, as you start walking away,
Elmo's gonna
you
get
do get a sensation, like a wave of emotion over you of sadness that seems to be coming to you.
Oh.
And does Elmo just like visibly kind of like little puppy eyes?
Yeah, his head droops down a little bit, and
Oh, God. Right,
Hey,
I'll
Bob,
go back
Bob,
for Elmo.
Bob.
Yeah, I'll go back for Elmo.
I think Daddy can't offload on me yet.
Never thought you'd say that stuff, man.
Oh God. I take Elmo back and I'm just gonna like pat his head and be like, "You can trust everyone around this table, by the way." But I'm gonna put him back on my shoulder, and then I'm gonna go outside.
I think he's too young for babysitting. Welcome to
Yeah.
parenthood.
Yep.
Clearly, I don't know what to think about it.
As you walk outside, will you just quickly roll me a perception?
I didn't do anything this time.
That's a 19 plus 5.
90 plus. So you think you didn't see them for long, but as you get out, you do think from across the square you see one or two faces of the Dragonborns who come to the Dockmaster's side, kind of just like almost as if they're watching the inn.
Okay, so as I'm leaving, because I'm going to go around the corner and try and get up to the roof. But as I'm leaving, I'm going to give Bogrud, or anyone that can notice me, really. Sorry, my girlfriend's just texted something. Anyway,
Why?
she had a jar of Nutella in her cupboard last night, and I took a spoon to it while she was upstairs, and she just texted me saying, "You couldn't help yourself, could you?"
See, it's not just me.
Anyway.
I mean, what's wrong? I mean,
she probably wanted to do the same. Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna like kind of make eyes to the table, and then hand signals to say, "Guys, somebody's watching us."
How good are your hand signals? Are you like flapping about and flailing all over the place?
Is it the Team America?
Do you want me to roll to see how good my hand signals are?
and do we notice?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to, because you've started walking away. So I'm guessing everyone else would be tucking into the food and drinks.
Oh, I'm tucking
Well,
in.
do you want me to? I'll signal Bogrud, right? And then I'll roll something to see how good my hand signals are, and then Bogrud can roll something to see if he picks up on what I'm doing.
So yeah, if you want to roll a sleight of hand or so, just to see if you can do any sort of hand signals, we'll say
11 plus 4.
15. And Bogwood, would you like to roll?
Perception's not
You're
Bogrud's
relying
point.
on
No.
perception from Bogrud.
Would it be not insight, I guess, either?
Same difference. It's a -2
Yeah,
to either one.
Intelligence? Investigation? Just a straight up intelligence?
I'll tell you what. No, what we'll do is if you roll also a sleight of hand check, and we'll just see if you can understand what he's using with his hands. Just see if you'd understand the hand language.
But he's not jumping and flailing about like a.
No, I guess he's been quite subtle.
Can't
So
That.
4?
I'm guessing that's a
nat
D20,
20.
yes.
Yeah.
Can't read
So-
it.
Where is it? Where's the camera?
Is
So what happens is Bob does hand signals to say he thinks you're being watched. But what
Oh,
Bog
it's
would
back
understand,
front.
what Bog would understands is there were two people that we saw earlier on watching the. He understands everything. He's able to read into it more than what Bob's actually let on, and
Bob's doing all of this, and Bogrud just sees a sheet of paper that says.
yeah, Bogwood is fully aware of what Bob's trying to say.
Hang on. Do I have anything actually to sleight of hand? I actually have a +3 in that as well, so that would have been a 23.
Oh.
Sam,
And then, as that's happening, I'll go around the corner and then I'm going to climb the roof to see so I can get a better look at the streets and stuff.
Yeah. So if you want to do me a dex or do an athletics or whichever acrobatics, whichever one you want to see if you can climb up.
I will do. I'll do an athletics. Athletics. 10.
Is that in total?
Yeah.
You find it. There's no hand grips. You're trying to climb up, but you're unable to climb up the side of this building, especially without being seen. If you're trying to do it stealthily,
follow him
and that
out,
way-
having received his message, and then just fly him up to the roof.
that would be very easy for Bogwood to do. Yes. So yeah, Bogwood walks out, and you see Bob trying to climb up, and Bogwood is just going to stand next to him and then just fly.
Just pop him down on the roof.
Thanks. And then I'm slowly, because I'm trying to do it stealth, I'm just going to slowly just look disappointed and try and walk away slowly.
There was no stealth whatsoever in what Bogrud did. He strode out of the pub, saw you trying to very badly scale a wall, and just went, "I got you."
can I
Up to the-
at the table? Like Sam, accompany me to the bathrooms, the lavatories.
Okay.
Just do it.
I reluctantly follow along.
Now hold it a minute. No, can I want to ask it to cast invisibility on me.
Yep. Am I going to regret this?
No, I just want to go and check out.
Probably.
No. I'm asking that to Greg. Greg, am I going to regret this?
I don't know. Just do it.
Okay, good enough for me. So I do that.
Oh, the book I read said
Yeah.
no. I don't know what to do for YOLO.
I'm kind of annoyed because I just said that I'm actually so tired I forgot I had spells. So I'm looking at my spells just in case they come in handy for other stuff.
Same here.
But Greg disappears. Is Bob wanting to do a check when he's on the roof?
Yes, I just wanted to scout the area, sort of like Assassin's Creed, just sort of what is going on here on my thing. Hang on 2 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
I sort of just want to Assassin's Creed it, sort of see if I can spot anything from the
Parkour.
sky, parkour, and then
Urban Ranger.
and then just sort of see if I see anything dodgy from the rooftops.
So yeah, you try parkour, and instead you just get carried to the roof by a flying Bogwood. But yeah, if you want to do a investigation, perception, or whichever one you want to do,
12 plus 5.
12 plus 5. So as you look out again, you just see a very busy city. It just seems to be everything's working. All the shops are open. There doesn't seem to be any issues at all here. It just seems to be business as normal, which on its own is very peculiar and unsettling to you all.
It's so very
It is.
I mean, this is almost like the opposite of chaos. What is that? Normal?
You do notice that the two Dragonborn that you thought you could see scoping out the place, they seem to be moving closer to the inn now.
Okay.
Can I go out and stand near them and see if I can hear what they're saying or anything?
Bogrud
you can make your way outside, and if you want to do a stealth check with advantage, just to see if you can get close enough.
21.
So yeah, you get close, and I will message you what they are saying.
Thank you.
Oh, this is like when Critical Role do whispers.
I can't get into it yet. Still can't get into
No,
it.
I can't.
I'm liking it. I'm liking the third season. I'm started watching the second campaign.
For me, it's audio quality in the first season. Can't deal with it.
Take away the first season. Don't watch Vox Machina because that is where the audio and stuff's bad. That's when they first like start getting out. But go to campaign 2 and the audio is a bit better. Bob's going to unsling his bow and just sort of have it at the ready just in case anything kicks off.
Cool.
No one else is outside now. It's just I'm on the rooftop, but everyone else is inside the inn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Bob's out with you.
but Greg's out with you.
You can't see me though.
It's just me and Sam that are left inside, I think, at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, Greg, hey, Sam, do you
Yeah.
think do we need an extra little bit of help yet? Do you think?
I think we need lots of help. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Mainly mental, I think.
Fine. I'll wait till I'm out. Do you think we should go out and see what these lot are up to, or do we just sit tight? And...
I'm going to look around at the patrons in here, and if they still look boring, I was like, "Yeah, let's go out and see what's going on," because you know something's going to kick off anyway.
Of course it is.
Bogrud is about 2 minutes away from decking someone just for the funnies.
I mean, they've left us two alone together.
I mean, they shouldn't do that, should they?
I mean,
Are you feeling bored?
no,
we
definitely.
catch Dolian and Sam just going at it.
I was
No.
gonna say, this is the vibe
No.
I'm getting.
Dolian doesn't.
I mean, no.
No.
No, we're just plot. We're just plotting.
Exactly. I mean, we're just going to go on a stealing spree.
Yeah.
Sam can perform and I'll steal. It's fine.
Oh, do it.
50-50?
Go on, start a fight. Go on, do it.
64.
I'm not. Yeah,
All right.
I don't know if anyone else, but I'm not liking the way he's getting formed up.
Can I walk past the two guards
Off.
and just whisper as I walk past them, whisper going, they're not dangerous. Okay.
You can do if you want to do me another stealth check with advantage, just to see if they can pick up where this voice comes from.
23.
So yeah, they can't tell where it's coming from, but again, you hear them then say, "I think one of them's out here. Raise the alarm."
Alarm.
So everybody who is outside wants to roll initiative. Who knows this is going on?
Cool.
Are we,
Roll
Sam
initiative.
outside? Yeah, are we?
Yeah, we're outside. We got.
That's fine.
Well, you was inside still, was? Oh, you've just wandered. So as you went outside, you see.
Do you want us to roll, Scott? Sorry, do you want us to roll initiative on this or just?
No, I am gonna have it all wrote down.
I've typed it in just so you've got it written down in there.
20.
I'll do the same.
Cool.
Oh, fuck off!
that sounds promising.
I got a 4. I got a 4 plus 6, 10.
So let me just check.
Of course. Do you know, if it's got to a stage where Bogrud doesn't go first, it's highly disappointing.
I mean,
I rolled a 19. I have a +1. What do you want?
Someone's got to kick off.
Seriously, it's like you're meant to go first, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. It's a sad day when Bogrud goes last because it's like, right, let's watch everyone get decked a bit.
No, do you know what we do? All we do when that happens is I hold my turn.
I hold my action.
We're all going to wait until Bogrud goes, because then he'll get himself all giant-sized and get in the way, and then we can all work around him.
I don't like how they're all bunched up together. By the way, like they're all doubled up.
Bogrud's not.
I don't know. I don't know if he's done. I don't know if Scott's done it intentionally or they're meant to be like that.
Bogrud's flying around in the sky.
Yeah.
They all, as they were walking, you just saw people from different directions starting congregating, following, like walking towards us. So they're not in formation as such. It's just you see more of them gathering together at the minute.
So would we have knowledge of the Dragonborn as a species and what they're able to do?
Well, I can't answer that as such. I mean, you could do a history check if you want. Anybody who'd see if you've have any of you. I mean,
I'm pretty.
From what I would imagine, Bogwood would probably be a good one because there would have been a Dragonborn or two gladiator battles that he would have had when he was a gladiator, I would say.
Plus, I can turn myself part dragon, so.
Was it a history check? Sorry.
Yeah, history check. Yeah.
I've heard songs and stories about Dragonborn.
I've
invented a few.
So yeah, Sam has heard that the Dragonborn soldiers are very, very strong, very durable. They potentially have breath weapons, and yeah, Sam would know bits. Dolian, you just think that all these Dragonborn are the same as Bogwood with his dragon talisman, I would say, at this moment in time. Greg, you'd not know as much as Sam, but you've heard a few stories. But again, I would say Bogwood has fought a Dragonborn or two in the gladiator pits or fights. So, first to go in the initiative is Bogwood, of course.
Are these people like observably hostile?
I would say at this time you could just see them walking towards the inn, at least in a defensive like sort of way. They don't necessarily look like they're going to go there and start like burning down the tavern. But
can I? Can I swoop down and pick one up and like fly back up in the air?
I like Charizard.
A seismic toss.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say you could attempt to. There would be a contest of strength just to see whether or not they would be able to.
So is it like a grapple with like an athletics thing?
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So which colored one are you going to try to lift up?
One of these grey ones down here, I guess, because they're closest to me. Oh wait, actually no, all the bad ones are red so far that we've seen. This dude here, I want to get that guy.
Cool. So the red one. Well, I think you're going to win because I rolled a 3.
Okay. Well, I could roll a 1. I mean, I have +7, so either way, I'll have an 8. I rolled a 6, so 13.
Yeah, so you can fly down and you're able to pick that Dragonborn up, and then wings start flapping as you start lifting higher and higher into the air.
Yeah, and then I just want to sort of challenge him on what's going on, what's happening, what's the deal? Tell me, or I'll drop you on your face.
Intimidate.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to scare him into telling me what's going on by threatening to drop him on his face from like 40 foot in the air.
Cool, yeah. So if you want to roll me an intimidation check, and we'll see.
I do indeed.
That should be with advantage, surely.
It's not, but you'll find out why.
That is a... What is that? I can't read it. Oh, that's not good. That's a 6 altogether.
So you lift him up, and as he rises higher up with you, he doesn't seem to be scared. Doesn't seem to be worried one bit, and he will just say, I don't answer your questions.
Oh, I drop him 40 feet onto his face.
And as you drop him, you see wings unfold behind him.
Dragonborn can't fly.
Well, this is a special kind because of the other ones I could find. So this is a Dragonborn of Sardaor. So this is the only one I could find, and it has a hover speed. It can hover and fly 20 feet.
I breath weapon him in the face.
Do a breath weapon attack. That's not a problem. He will definitely be in your area of effect. Are you flown straight up?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
How high? 40 feet.
About 40 feet in the air.
How far did we say your breath weapon was?
I'm not sure. All it says on the thing is 3d8 force damage. So I'm not sure about range. If it's like a standard breath weapon, is it like a 20-foot cone? Something like a 15-foot cone, I think.
I think it's 30, is it not? No.
Back in 1 second. I will have a quick look now.
I need some more d8s.
No, the d8s. So, Kat, are we going to try and bluff our way out, or are we just attacking straight off the bat?
Well,
Perception is strong and.
see, the thing is, I'm thinking I might do a little bit of detect magic, see if there's any of that going on. I do have suggestion, so if we can identify someone who looks like they know what's going on, I can give them a suggestion to do. That's not just I've got command as well, which is a one word, but suggestion is more than that.
I can blind them.
Your draconic ancestry determines the size and shape and everything.
Well, if we need to run, I can make them laugh and I can make them blind.
Well, I can perform. I've also got the ability to frighten or charm.
Oh, wow.
What sort of dragonborn are you, Graham?
I'm not.
What's the dragonborn?
It's a spell.
Oh, right. Because it goes. The majority of them are 15-foot cones, aren't they? Or you got 5 foot line.
Yeah. Wait, I might get the thunder one.
Acid, lightning, fire. So I think it's more if you're going in a straight line, it'd be 5 by 30, but if you're going in a cone, it'd be 15-foot cone.
What was the name of the book that came out that it was in?
It was Fizban's Treasury of Dragons.
Oh, I thought it was homebrewed the complete thing. I didn't realise it was from a spell from Fizban's.
Well, it's a.
It was based on that, yeah.
Nice.
So it will be. I thought it was a bit bigger than a normal.
Was it draconic transformation? Is that the name of the spell?
I think so. Yeah. So it doesn't say this is
When you cast a spell, a 60-foot cone, make a dex saving throw or 68 damage.
Yeah.
But we sort of neutered it a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
On mine, I've got it as 3d8.
Yeah, so I think with half the cone and half the damage, but because
so it's 30-foot cone and 3d8 damage.
Yeah, so you'll definitely catch the one flying, hovering below you. The one on the ground, you'd probably just miss at 40 feet. But dex save, I did roll a nat 20, but because he's in the air and you've just dropped him, I'm going to give him disadvantage on the dex save. You've got a lot of 3 for the second one. So it will certainly hit.
3d8. Okay. That is a 4, and a 2. 10. 10 points of force damage.
So how many? 10.
10, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you drop him and you see his wings start to unfold as if he's going to save himself from falling, but then you open your mouth and fire with the force damage that pushes him. And I'm going to then also say it's going to push him the extra 10 feet from where he was hovering. Probably more, 20 feet, and he's going to take an extra 2d6 of 4 damage as he hits into the ground, because that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, he falls in a heap next to the other Dragonborn, and he seems to have taken a significant amount of damage, but again, looks okay-ish.
Sweet. Oh, canonically, by the way, Bogrud does his force breath weapon by going
Oh, dirty.
Nice.
Nasty.
Just because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think that's sufficient action economy for Bogrud for one turn. So
Yeah. After that, then you are going to see some of the Dragonborn just move, but you do see some of them will start moving away from the square. Predominantly, it's the non-red Dragonborn. You see, they start kind of leaving and sensing something's going on, but a couple of them start moving closer to the inn. That is 2 of their turns. Then it'll be Dolian next.
I'm going to hold my action, I think.
Hold your, but you both you and Sam are outside the inn now, though, aren't you? Just at the door.
Yes, we are.
Cool. So if you're holding your action, then that is then Bob next, I believe.
That's what I've just said.
Well, yeah. What action are you holding? Yeah, that's a good point. I was just trying to work out who's going to next. I gave myself 4 rolls for the Dragonborn. So yeah, what you're holding your action? What you're holding it for? What action are you holding?
I'm just holding the turn, man.
Pardon?
Can you not hold your turn? Is what I meant to say.
yeah, but you have to say when you're going to take your turn.
Yeah.
Holding it till after who, so that you still fit in the order.
Oh, I thought it was just when you could jump back in whenever.
No, you have to say when you're going to hold it. Like if I were to hold, I'd say, "Oh, I'm going to hold my action until after Greg goes."
Yeah, I'm going to get after Sam then.
After Sam. Cool. So next up is an invisible Greg.
I am still invisible. I'm going to use my dash action to move. What's my thing that lets you go? That one. Can't do it. In fact, no, I want to go that way actually.
That's like, what, is Greg off?
Yeah, I'm going to move up there.
Yeah. Cool.
That's me.
Oh, obviously nobody sees what Greg's doing. You all,
or knows what Greg's doing?
I mean, I would say the only person who knows that Greg is invisible at the minute is Sam, as you did that in the
In the
restroom.
toilets.
Yeah. So then after the Greg has done that, we move to Sam. You say you outside the inn, outside the tavern, and you do see several Dragonborn seem to be walking closer to.
Whenabouts am I, sorry?
Bob is on top of the building.
No, when? Sorry, when am I? No,
Oh,
when? am I in
when?
order?
You are. Oh, you should have gone. Yeah, so you should have gone before Greg. Sorry, but Greg's
No, sorry,
invisible, so Greg's just walked away. So he did that.
Sorry,
So yes, it's Bob now.
No, I'll let Sam go.
No,
first,
sorry,
and then
you
I'll
go,
take
you go. I'm still thinking.
So am I. Okay. So visibly, do we know who the bad guys are?
No, you don't know if there's any bad guys here at the moment. Everything
Depending on
seems to be normal.
perspective, we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Okay, so I'm gonna run over to the other side of the building where I see from like the rooftop where I see Billion and Sam, and then I'm gonna say to the two of them, "Oi, psst, get up here," and then sort of signal to get up onto the roof.
I mean,
somehow.
you are like 20 feet above them, so I think a whisper wouldn't necessarily carry. I'll say.
Can I? Right. Okay. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna fire an arrow at their feet. And then hope it gets their
What
attention.
could go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a useful one coming up.
I will want you to roll just a longbow attack just to see how accurate you are.
Okay. Ooh, shit. 11 plus 7?
No, yeah, you're able to miss them, and the arrow hits the ground near them.
Cool. Do they look up?
Do we need to roll to see where it came from, or do we just kind of go look up automatically?
I would say you've seen the arrow kind of just go like that. So it's just embedded vertically into the ground. So yeah, you would have an idea it came from above.
So we
As the
look
two
up.
of them, as they both look up, then I'm going to sort of signal to get up to the roof,
I'll just be like, no,
and
I've got an idea.
and then I'll leave it there, but I'll keep an eye. I'll sort of stay where I am, but I'll watch the two of them.
Yeah,
And that'll be me for
no
now.
problem. So then we get to Sam. Yes.
I would like to know, with regards to these red dragons here, I need a 10-foot cube if I was to move kind of here, originating from where I am, or a 30-foot cube.
So what cube do you want? Sorry.
Can we check how many would a 10-foot cube if I was here?
So a 10-foot cube.
Yeah, I want to see how many red dragons I can get. Or maybe if I kind of moved between those two.
So that's a 10-foot cube there.
Uh-huh.
So feasibly, if you put it in between them, you would be able to hit both of those two red dragon, I would say.
So if I'd have to use my... Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to get close enough yet. 5... 15, 20... 30. I want to kind of just wander along and play a song. Actually, in that case, as I'm not going to be able to get there, because that relies on bear with a 10-foot cube originating from you, so that I would have to be in that cube, wouldn't I?
If it says emanating from you,
Yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, I have a 30-foot cube within range, and it's 120 feet, so I can cast that.
What's that? Sorry. So what does that need to be?
It's 120 feet, and it's a 30-foot cube. So I want to see how many dragons I can get within a 30-foot cube, and I am going to cast one of my new spells, Hypnotic Pattern.
Ooh.
I want to charm these fuckers. So I'm going to walk and sing a song.
So, one. I'm moving the map.
So how many is... So I can cast it 100... So if I move... I want to make sure, yeah. Can I get that one in there as well? Or is it just I'm going to miss one? Oh, that'll do.
Go to sleep, little dragon.
It's not necessarily asleep, but it is... how do I cast it? There's not an attack.
Hypnotic pattern. I think it's a save, isn't it?
Yeah.
Save DC's 14 at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's a
Nice.
wisdom save. So the two yellow ones both rolled a 2. So they don't save, and then the 3 red ones. So the first one is a 19. Then we have a nat 1. Then we have a 22. And we have another nat 1, believe it or not.
Wow.
So 2 save and 2 don't save, and the 2 yellow ones don't save.
Cool. So I'm going to sing my song as I walk towards them, and now that means they are charmed by me.
Cool.
And that will do me for now. I just want to approach them and eventually kind of talk to them to find out what's going on, but I've used my movement. So that's me done.
Cool. So then we will then move to Dolian.
I want to go up, scale the building.
Cool. If you want to do me a acrobatic or an athletics to see if you can climb up.
Can I assist them in any way? Like,
21.
I'll grab them up. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Doesn't need it.
No need. No. Dolian shows Bob how to do it. He seems to climb up with very, very little problem, and he's able to scale to the top of the building.
Cheers for the offer of help, lad, but not needed.
As soon as he gets to the top, I'm just going to remind him that you burnt the boat.
Of
And
course,
just walk away.
Of course, I've got the boat.
Burnt the boat.
Yeah, well,
Shit happens.
aye, things and stuff. He who hangeth about getteth he haw.
Yeah, we'll move you up there then, so you're back on the top of the button. So what we're doing next?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nope. That'll be me.
Cool.
To attack yet, so... Oh.
So the Dragonborn that was probably going to go next is now charmed, so his speed is nothing and he can't really do anything. So then we move back to the top of the round with Bogrud.
Bogrud is going to continue to wail on the one that he dropped earlier. So
cool.
Just fly straight down and punch it in the face.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
That hits.
And a 24.
Both hit.
Okay. So let's roll up some damage. 1d12. Where's a d12? There's a d12. That's a 2. And a 9 is 11. Plus 5 and plus 5 is 21 points of damage.
So, yeah, you Bogwood again, you see biceps flexing as he flies down, doesn't touch the ground, just punches twice. You see blood just pouring out of his nose just snaps, and hear it pop, and he looks blooded and in severe pain, and he's not enjoying himself.
Now, the description of Draconic Transformation says that my breath weapon is something I can do each turn as a bonus action. Does that still hold true?
Yeah, if that's what we said it was, yeah.
I mean, that's just the description of the actual spell. So if that's how we're working it for the character, but just like half the...
Well, I know, obviously, it's a bonus action to cast Dragon Breath as Hailman, so, I mean, I'll say yes.
So I've obviously flown down to here, like, sort of level, and then I want to just breathe it in this direction, sort of.
Cool. So the yellow Dragonborn is incapacitated, so he can't do anything. The red one you're attacking is okay, and I think the red one, the other side, is okay. So they will both try and make saves. So 14. So I rolled a 18 and a 13. 18 for the second one.
I don't even know what it's a deck save, but what's the DC of it? Like, I have no idea what the spell save DC would be.
Breath weapon.
I mean, it's a deck save, but against how much? How do we calculate the actual save? I suppose as a mage it'd be against your spell save DC, so I guess for Bogrud it'd be against his rune save.
Yeah.
DC.
We'll do yeah.
Which is based on Constitution, so it's 11 plus 8 plus proficiency plus Constitution modifier, so 14 would be the DC.
So once the one nearest doesn't save, the yellow one behind him is incapacitated, so that can't dodge anyway. But the one behind will dodge and take half of the damage.
Cool. I rolled a 2, a 3, and is that and a 6. A 2, a 3, and a 6 is 11.
So what you do notice as you do that is the yellow Dragonborn seems to start moving as if he's now managed to escape the sort of charmed effect that Sam had put it under and kind of regained its bearings. The one that you've hit nearest to you and just punched again looks now as if it's on his last legs. You see, he's looking. He's not that low. But
Still not dead.
no. These ones are pretty tough. I'll be honest. But yeah, he looks severely wounded, and he doesn't look in a good way at all. And then the one behind, he's saved, so he didn't take as much of the damage. But again, he looks like he's been pushed back a foot or so. But yeah, that's not a problem.
Cool, that's me.
Cool. So then next up is some of these Dragonborn. So is Bogrud still? Is he flown back up? Did he? Or
No, he's staying level with them. Yeah.
Cool. So the one next to Bogrud is going to attack with his. Oh. After taking the breath weapon twice, he is going to turn around and open his mouth and do his heat breath. So sorry, no, that is a DC 14 con save.
Con save. Okie dokie. Do you want me to roll it through roll 20?
No. Whatever
Sure.
you. Yeah.
You're just gonna trust me.
I will trust you all.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You can trust me. I rolled a 12 and I have +6, so 18.
6, 11, so that's 17. So it's 21, so it'd be halved of fire damage.
11 points of fire
Yeah.
damage. That's cool. I will take it on the chin.
And then the yellow one, you will see the red one, because he got 7. Yeah, so he's next anyway. So the red one, you'll hear he does his breath one, and he will command the yellow one to step forward and also attack. But you will notice the red one's doing its own bidding, but he's commanded the yellow one to do this, which you would notice. And he is going to pull out his longsword.
Mm-hmm.
And attack with multi-attack, so it'll be two-handed longsword attacks. The first one is a 10, and the second one is a 25.
Okay, well, the 10 obviously misses, the 25 obviously hits.
And that will be, where's my D10? No, that's a D12, so I'll just take the average. So that will be 9 slashing damage.
I am going to invoke my Cloud Rune and redirect that to the red Dragonborn that just ordered him to stab me.
So, yeah. First attack, he swings wildly, misses. You almost see maybe the slight bit of hesitation and fear in its eyes. Second attack, he sure hit you. He's sure he caught you square on the side, but as he hit you, he felt the spray of warm blood from the side of the red Dragonborn next to him kind of cover him on the one side, and he dropped down dead with bleeding from his side, and Dragonborn looks confused, can't quite fathom what's happened.
That'll teach him for being normal and not doing anything unusual.
Yep.
That's their 2 goes. Oh, and then next is Dolian.
Well, I'm going to see this, and I'm going to go. I'll give Bogrud a bit of a hand and bring out Stormcaller and try and smash that yellow.
We'll get a reputation.
You will have advantage as you are at an elevated position for one.
I don't think the yellow ones are baddies.
So that's an 18. An 18 hit.
An 18 will hit.
Oh, well. Yes, that's 24.
So again, Dolian pulls back, and as he pulls back on his bow, the string appears, energy string, and the bow, the arrow kind of appears glistening with lightning damage, and you hear again loud pop of thunder and a loud bright light as it hits, and it does a considerable amount of damage. And you see him kind of stagger back, and that kind of still looking confused, not sure what's gone on. But yeah, you do a reasonable amount of damage. But again, he doesn't look bloodied or anything yet. He still looks reasonably fresh.
That's what no. Exactly what I thought. Well, that's me.
That's you. Next is, well, would be one of the other Dragonborn, but that one is still incapacitated through Sam's song.
Which ones are actually charmed?
Those two there, because as soon as you take damage while you're charmed, then that breaks the spell. So those two at the bottom are the charmed ones at the moment.
Cool.
So yeah, it is now. And it will. Oh, like whoop whoop whoop! I did an acrobatics check to see if he could climb up, and I got a natural 20. So this one will climb up, and it will then use its action dash to get towards Dolian and Bob. Next up is Bob.
Okay. So, 2 seconds. My thing's just refreshing.
No worries.
Why the hell is it like that? There we go. So this one's right next to us, isn't he?
He has, yes, he's climbed up and hovered, like flew up. But
I mean, if I use my bow, I'm at disadvantage, aren't I?
You wouldn't be, because you're less than you're more than 5 feet away from it. So,
I mean, from the way the things are going, we're in a fight. So, yeah, I'm going to take 2 shots at the Dragonborn.
Cool.
So the first one is 10 plus 7, 17.
That hits.
Cool, and I'll do the second one just as well.
Yep.
And that one's a 14 plus 7, so both hit.
They will both hit.
What is it a D8 again?
Longbow.
Longbow, yeah, 1d8 plus 4 piercing. So where's the D8? So it does 6, and then 5, so 11 point, and then plus 8 because of the plus 4.
Yeah, so 19 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, Bob launches 2 arrows, and one in each shoulder as he finds his mark, and blood spills out. But yeah, again, he's standing there with his. What weapon does he have? He's holding a long sword as well.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't realize that some of them have spells. Oh no! I just scrolled down on this character sheet.
Good.
And then can I see the wee brown? So see, obviously where Bob is. There's the ledge, and then there's is that like a brown bit of roof?
What? What here?
No, other way.
What here?
Just across the stairs.
Oh, there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that is just like a covering where they've got goods outside. It's kind of like a wooden pavilion type thing where.
Can I jump the ledge and then jump onto that?
Yeah, you'd be able to run. You got 10 feet there, so you would be able to make the 5-foot jump over.
Cool. And then I will hold my position there.
Cool.
And then as I'm shouting, in case Dorian hasn't noticed, I'll shout to Dorian. Dorian, watch out behind you.
I can see it, lad.
Okay.
Cheers.
And that would be.
Cool. I've gone the wrong order again. There's Dolian. You haven't gone yet, have you? It should have been Dolian before Bob. You did?
Yeah. I went after Sam.
You did.
Got something, and then.
Oh no, but you should have been you before Bob on the order. I've got you next to my characters.
No,
so yeah.
He did. He shot his bow and.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My mistake. So then we move to Greg.
So I'm moving up there, Can I see anything going on down the way, like down this way? Can I see anything that looks strange, or back the way we came?
What, you came from this direction?
All right. Do I see anything down the other direction? Down this
Yeah, if you want to roll me a perception, and I'll tell you exactly what you do see.
Ugh.
So you're not sure how many, but you can see more Dragonborn, you think, running in this direction, while these ones are fleeing the place. You can see some others making their way maybe to join at the at this area. But you can't tell how many.
Oops.
You're casting fireball on them.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Are we the
Oh, for God.
baddies?
I was literally just about to say
Yeah.
Are we the baddies here?
Well, to be fair, Dwayne doesn't really care because he doesn't really like Dragonborns.
Greg's just seen that you're under threat. There's more coming and panicked and gone, ugh! And put a fireball at them.
So, yeah, you do it, and you 2 are going to save, and 2 are not going to save.
Premature conflagration.
35 damage. They're not on there yet. So 2. He's going to be minus 35, and 2 are going to be. Yeah, that would break the concentration on the invisibility.
Yep.
And Greg would pop back into sight. So yeah, 2 are taking 35, and 2 will be taking 17 damage.
Sweet. And then I just don't let down. Like, oh shit. I'm assuming all these buildings are made of stone and not wood, yeah?
Yeah, these are stone buildings.
Now you check.
A few burnt trees along the way. Yeah, sweet, all good.
Cool. So then after Greg, it is then Sam's turn.
Okay, I'm going to continue with my movement. Playing an idle little song.
Sorry, the cat's attacking my hair and trying to
I don't
put
know
my
if
hair
you can see this.
Joy.
Roll for initiative. Do you want to roll the cat in?
I'll win.
We've got a surprise round sneak attack bonus.
Son off.
Claw attack.
He's using his claw and his bait.
Right. I was only trying to put my hair up.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Sorry.
That's all right. So I'm going to continue playing my song and walk between these 2 who are still charmed by me and question this red dragonborn here about what's going on. Why are all the yellow dragons scared of you? Who are you working with?
He will let you know that the Ember Skin clan, which is the clan name of the red scaled dragons, are the ruling clan in the Dragonborn lands.
And what's your aim here?
To defend our own. We were told that you may be a threat, and then the next thing we saw was people flying and sneaking onto tops of buildings, and
we literally did everything they said we were going to do.
Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking, that was a free action, wasn't it?
yes.
Okay. On this red dragon, I would like to cast suggestion.
Okay.
I can suggest a course of action limited to a sentence or 2 and magically influence a creature that you can see within range. So I want to say to this red dragon and give him the suggestion to tell all of his colleagues that we are no threat.
So he rolled a 1.
Ooh.
So he fails his wisdom save. But I mean, he is charmed at the moment, so I would say that makes sense. And so he will do what you suggest,
So
and
the
he will.
suggestion is to tell all of his comrades that we are no threat.
So he says that to all that are in earshot, which would be the ones
Oh
that
no,
you can see
all
in
of
this.
his comrades. So
Well,
he can wander off and go and tell them as well.
he's charmed at the moment, so his speed is 0.
True.
So he will say as loudly as he can that they were mistaken and you guys are not the droids that they are looking for. But no, that he fails that, and he will start telling them, that you guys are no threat and to leave you
Okay,
alone.
how about if I say go and tell all of your comrades that we are no threat?
Well, actually, because you've cast that spell, which is also a concentration spell, the concentration on the hypnotic pattern will drop. And so, he will be able to do that. So, but for him, he will ask, well, which direction do you want me to go to first?
Where the majority of your comrades are. Where's your base?
And he will just hold his arms aloft and kind of turn and as if to say, this city is our base. This is my home. We don't have a base.
Go tell all of your friends then, one by one.
And so, he will disappear and he will start spreading the word.
So if my concentration's dropped, then the yellow dragon is now no longer charmed as well.
That is correct.
Okie dokie. I just want to say, are you all right?
And he will look at you slightly confused as he's just been charmed. And he will say, just doing my orders.
Okay.
Just following out my orders.
It doesn't say whether this is an action or a bonus action, but my Eldritch evocation has I can cast detect magic at will without expending a spell slot. Would that be an action because it's a spell, even though it's not using a spell slot?
Detect magic is magic is an action to cast. So
that's fine. I will leave my action there.
Cool. So next up will be the red one here, and he will hear what the other red dragonborn is saying, and you will hear him just like snarl at him, weak-minded fool, and just he will attack Dolian with his longsword twice. So the first one is a 24. And then next one's a 13.
That's fine. I shall uncanny dodge. Oh no, can I do that? Can I do that?
Was that a reaction?
Yeah, uncanny dodge. Take half.
Take half, no problem. So that will be a. So that'll be 9 points of damage. So we'll take that to 4 points of damage.
Yay.
For the first attack.
Yeah.
They only hit with one, didn't he? So so you take 4 points of damage as that one tries to hit you twice with his longsword. And then just before we get to the top of the round, well, back to Bogrud.
Oh, Bogrud.
You are going to see several more Dragonborn start arriving on the scene.
Shit.
And this is not the best token for them because these are actually a Dragonborn, but you will also see a Dragonborn coming. Well, you might not be able to see it yet, but Greg would have. Greg might be able to see it coming from that direction.
What is that?
Well, no, it's just a token. That's just a token.
The same token Simeon had.
But Greg would be able to see that because that's where he was before. But yeah, there's another Dragonborn, bronze in colour, a bronze Dragonborn, heading towards the square. And they will go first. And as they round the corner, you will hear them. All of you will hear a female Dragonborn's voice, and she will say, "Flee! Run back to your ship! Head south! I will meet you!"
As she shouts that, I'm going to shout back, "Well, now they know where we're going."
There are lots of different places south, you imbecile. I didn't tell you where in south, just head south. I will find you. Simeon said you were stupid.
Mother. I'm going to lock my boat and again.
After she says that, though, then we move back to the top of the round with Bogrud.
Oh, the temptation is strong.
You've not played D&D in a while.
Indulge yourself.
You have 10 minutes to do some damage.
No, she's just called us stupid. I kind of want to go.
Don't drop her off an end.
But I know that she's the good guy.
I would say she was directing that at the person who answered back to her. Not to the group, she was just mentioning that to the person who answered.
Let's see if Bogrud is wise enough to understand that. He is not.
Fair enough.
I rolled a 7, so -2 would have been 5. Would Bogrud understand that she wasn't just calling us all stupid? I don't know what to do. The me of me is like, I should probably head south because that's kind of what I should be doing.
Pick Sam up and head south.
What would Bogrud do?
Bogrud would just keep punching things.
But Bogrud's not stupid. Bogrud was a soldier as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's not mindless.
True.
I mean, doesn't mean he's good at strategic planning. He's not a brainless fighter.
True. Right, let's have a look. Range-wise, what have I got?
But it doesn't mean that he can't hit a few red dragons on the way.
Yeah, because there's like 2 or something. So
why are you aiming at me?
He's going to come pick you up.
Yeah. He's going to go there, Ogapult out.
Well, I've got a 60-foot flying speed. So
not this shit again. Sam still hasn't recovered from the portal.
And pick up Sam.
Cool. I mean, Sam, if Sam wants to fight against it, Sam is able to. So there'd be a athletics. There's contest of strength.
Athletics.
Just so I understand as well. So the sea south, is that the way we came in?
No. She shouted to go back to the ship and then head south. So she's requested you go to the ship first and then head south down the coast.
Cool.
I'll do it through a roll 20 as well, so we all know there's no fudgies.
So
cool.
what am I rolling?
Athletics.
Oh.
I have a +7 to that, which means I rolled an 8.
I have a 0.
So yeah, Bogrud flies over and goes to grab Sam, and as he does, Sam struggles for a moment, and it almost looks as he's about to break Bogrud's grip. And just at that last minute when he is, you see Bogrud's biceps start to bulge as he puts all of his effort in, and then suddenly wings and lifts off, holding Sam by the arm. I would say one arm just hanging.
Well, that's 25 feet of my movement.
And Sam is screaming all the way.
So the other 35 would get me to there.
No, you want to be heading the way you came, back to the ship, which is this way, yeah.
Right, okay. So the rest of my movement would get me to there. And then I'll use my action to dash and go the rest of the way. So me and Sam are gone.
Motherfucker!
So,
And I mean, just for the funnies, I'll boggle us both the rest of the way back onto the ship.
no, there's going to be an extra road. So when you got there, you were heading towards an inn, so you found an inn. But this is going to be an extra little map for you to get past, which I will show you. I will put.
Oh, okay.
So
imagine it's horizontal rather than vertical, but I will put you guys on that map, which is Sam and Bogrud. And now on this map, then. So imagine it's vertical rather than horizontal, just. So
Right.
Bogrud and Sam. So you make it into this next street.
kicking and screaming the whole way.
So is that my full 120 feet of dash movement? Yeah.
That's your full movement, and then you've
120 foot boggle to just a bit north of there.
So
I'm guessing pretty much the end of the map from where we are.
I think it is going to be the end of the map, quite frustratingly, isn't it?
So deck save.
Yes, for deck saves.
Nerf the boggle. I'm joking.
DC 12 for the boggle, correct?
Yes.
Well, that's a 2, so I am going to take 2d10 damage, but I do still get the hell out of there. So.
And still holding Sam.
Still holding Sam.
Do I need to roll for damage?
I took 10 damage, just FYI.
That's not bad.
Yeah, if you roll me a deck save as well, but it's a DC 12.
Shit.
Oh, so it'd be 2d10 damage for Sam. If you want to roll them, or I can roll them, it's up to you.
2d10. 10.
Hey, we both took 10 damage.
Good God.
Oh, Graham, you want Sam's help, do you? Mm.
I'm saving you.
Yeah, Sam, don't see it that way.
Now I'm going to action search.
Yeah.
And dash the rest of the way back to the ship, I think, from there. In fact, no, I don't even need to use my dash. I can just fly there with my remaining 60 feet of movement.
Left us all, it's fine.
No 3 Musketeers here, is there?
So you two then fly and land on the ship. That's Bogler's turn. Now, everybody else.
Yep.
If you are attempting to flee, there is going to be a slightly different mechanic, which I did tell Graham all about earlier, which we will start at the beginning of the next session.
Got it.
I didn't know that's what this was.
Well, the idea was to get the fight going, and then she was going to turn up and tell you to flee, and then the idea was going to be the chase away.
Has Graham just accidentally metagamed?
Just completely skipped over an entire section and dragged me along with it.
But
You've mentioned that because I was about to do very similar to Graham. I was going to pick up, because I can fly as well now, so I was going to pick up somebody and fly 120 feet in that direction.
Well, I've got a 60-foot climbing speed.
So, what we will do is start, because we will end this session on that high, and it feels wrong to not give inspiration for Graham going like 700 feet in one turn carrying Sam.
No. I want to. Can I counter that inspiration and take that back off him? I'm remembering this. Sam remembers this.
The idea is, guys, for the escape, when you start running or however you try to get out of here, is I was going to ask you on each of your turns to choose a skill of your own choice of how you're going to help get away, but you cannot repeat the same skill twice, and you cannot copy what the previous player did as well.
See, that sounds fun.
It's just evil, but I kind of like it.
I mean, if you want, we can retcon it, and I'll just say I left all on my own and left Sam back there. That'd be up to Scott if Kat genuinely is upset that she got dragged away from being able to do that. I'm quite happy to say that I didn't take Sam.
It's up to Sam.
Well,
Okay.
maybe if you did some of it, but then not the chase part. I don't know. I'll have a think about it.
If we get rid of the bit where our bogger pulted and we just end on the last map that we were on at the start of that narrow vertical corridor.
I mean that's so Bogrud to do.
It is very much
It is
Bogrud.
Bogrud.
Be like, oh, we need to leave, do it? Okay, then, bye. Come here, Sam, you're on the way.
Well, the best bit is he was contemplating punching somebody in the face who was trying to help them, and then instead he was like, okay, I will do exactly what she says, better than she thinks I can do it, and carry somebody with me.
No, do you know what? Screw it. I'm not retconning nothing. Sam got dragged away again, completely against his will, and is now safely back on the ship.
Such fun. You're a madman, Graham.
Don't be ungrateful. You got saved.
Yeah, Sam ain't going to see that. After all that portal flying nonsense, he is not a fan of flying.
Understandable.
Very understandable.
Gotta try and work out what's going to happen now, because I wasn't expecting you to get to the ship like 7 turns before everybody else.
And then some.
That will be 7 turns of me sulking then, because that's what Sam will do.
I'm actively dying.
Session with just me, Ali, and Callum getting us through that corridor.
Yeah, we actually need to play it like the way Scott intended us to do it.
But it's not so much fight. It's more a case I want you to be creative with your skill choices. As long as you don't copy each other's and then duplicate the same one you did last time, you can. As long as you can give me a reason why you would use that skill, and then we'll roll and see how well you do it and see how far you get.
Oh, so I just can't use my pendant to
happy.
off out of there.
I'm happy to do it that way. I'm happy to play
Yeah,
that way.
I like that.
It does sound fun.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I'm sorry if I broke your plans, Scott.
No, is that not the end game? That's D&D, innit?
I think Kat's going to spend the next 4 hours in a car to come and throttle you, Graham.
No. I'm just going to say that Sam's going to remember this, because this wasn't pleasant at all. So if Bogrud needs any help with anything, that ain't going to happen.
Fine, I'll get a different bard to help me.
Do it then.
I mean, basically, I think Bogwood would just be like, what? I saved you.
Yeah.
It's like Bogrud genuinely doesn't understand what the problem is. It's like,
What? All over.
The bronze dragon woman said we needed to get back to the ship and go south, so I got us back to the ship to go south. What's the issue?
Deep sigh.
Oh, come out the need to the many, Graham, eh?
On that note, I'm gonna head off, guys.
Well, I wasn't giant version.
No,
I
it's-
can only get one person.
I will speak to you all soon. I'll catch you all soon, guys.
Shall we?
Yeah.
See you, Callum.
Night, Callum.
Yeah. Night.
No.
I didn't know that's what I'd have inadvertently ended up circumventing by doing that. I was just like, okay, then back to the ship. Let's go. And it was Angela's idea for me to pick Sam up and take him with me. So you're all blaming me, but Angela went, "Oh, take Sam." All right then.
Oh, yeah.
So much chaos. So much chaos.
Love it.
Right, I'm going to head off as well, guys. So
No bother, Kat. We'll see you.
Yeah. See you soon.
see you soon. Bye.
Bye.